Hey guys, welcome to episode 20. Yes, it's episode 20 this time. It was 19 last week. So welcome to episode 20 of Ask Mark. We got lots to talk about today, so we're going to get into it quickly. But last week we started off by asking you guys for some feedback on the Supra. We created a thread on the forum, and Mark wanted to quickly talk to that. So
just props to you guys for giving all the great feedback. Some of you guys directly fed back into Drew. I monitored every single one of your requests. Basically how I ended up tuning it, and still polishing right now, but a lot of you guys did like the fact that it's a heavier car. It's got the twin turbos, so you know I definitely put that weight into it, but I didn't want the car to lack in some tight races, so I still did make it a little bit nimble. So it's got a bit quicker steering response than we've seen in the past, Need for Speeds, but still heavy, still big power. The big twin turbos sound great, so
that's awesome.
It accelerates pretty good.
Well, the really cool thing that I liked about what we did last time too was that we're basically going back to what we wanted this vlog to be. The Ask Mark vlog was originally supposed to be talking about cars and getting the feedback from the cars, so we're going to continue with that. You also wanted to announce something else really cool. So
basically the tier 3s that are out in the game right now, we have quite a limited selection. We finally got approval to put the 911. Some of you guys know it as the 997 TT for the hardcore gearheads.
And this is a Porsche for those who aren't. So
the Porsche, So basically that's what I'm working on in the next little while. I'd love to hear your feedback. Again, that's a turbo car. It's more towards the exotics, so it'll be competing against the BMW, the Lambo, and all that.
And it's an all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, so it's typically very balanced too. So
this is the question I wanted to know is, because it is a balanced car, it's a lot harder to drift. Now I do have the ability to customize the e-brake to make it a little bit more stiff. Do you guys care to drift that car, or the guys who are using that car, do you just care that it's balanced and want it handling good? So I can leave it that way and do it traditionally, or I can mix some new, put the hard e-brake so you can actually get some slide when you have it.
Cool. So what we'll do is the same thing we did last week. I'll put up a thread on the forums about the handling. Let you guys respond to it. Please stay on topic this week. Thank you very much. And we'll take it from there. And maybe we'll get this into a running thing. Where every week we'll talk about a car and see how we want to handle it. Do it as much as we can, because we have a finite amount of cars. But
at the end of the day, I'd love to tune them custom to what the community wants. Lots of cars to come. So I'd love to do this more regularly.
So let's get into the Ask Mark portion of this show. Okay, so this one comes from Max Rev, who is a Wolf Garage member. And he was asking, are you guys going to make more of a car creation thread like the Toyota Supra one? So basically, are we going to do more of what we did last week? Yes, we just answered that. So a lot more, hopefully. Second question from Max Rev again. It says, since the level cap is now removed, with community events, challenges, competitions, what will we now have as prizes? We're actually partnering up with a lot of hardware partners. I'm not going to announce everything, but we just had our Alienware, where it's a big laptop. We want to continue to do hardware like that. We have our NFS swag for some of the smaller competitions we do, like the photo mode competitions and the customization contests, some NFS swag, some older NFS games, just stuff like that. So there's lots of prizes to be had, and as always, we're going to be giving away starter pack codes, which are still it's still a good value. You get lots of stuff out of it, so those are going to be prizes too. So back to the market portion of this. So this is from John. And he asks, since a lot of racers have crews, can you add something to transfer vinyls and vinyl designs between each other?
Yes. So quick answer for that in the next few months, no, just because we're so busy. Again, leading into the new year, it's on our list. At the very, very least, we want to be able to add, crew name, a vinyl for sure. That's like stage 1.0. 2.0 is challenging crews and owning territory and all. That's part of the design where we're trying to really expand it. The design's not complete, so that's why it won't be coming to you guys this year, because we still need to define it. But very least, yes, the vinyl and the name for sure. Well,
I did want to say that we do have community tools to support some of this sort of notion. The Speed API, which allows you to get access to all of our server data. A lot of the guys can build clubs out of this. I know that the guys from NFS Unlimited and World Garage have been talking a little bit about how we can build some logic on top of that data to form clubs. So I think that we might get some unofficially supported club stuff going, and then we'll get into the officially supported stuff.
It's funny, even some of the community was saying that they're painting their cars the same way, and maybe putting the vinyl in the same location. They're you can almost do it on your own. It's just, yes, of course we need to cater to that.
Cool. All right, so next one's from Reckon. Rekin. He asks, with the new performance customization coming up, will higher class tier 2 cars get better performance parts?
So part of the customization, part of our plan is to cater not only, yes, of course, parts. There's going to be lots of parts and more of everything, but we want to even take it a step further and go, if you want a handling car, go towards handling. If you want an acceleration car, which is going to cater to our future modes like the drag and all that in the future, build an acceleration. If you want a car that's just kick-ass on top speed, boom, build that as well. So that is a high overview of what's to come. Lots of parts going into different directions. So you'll be able to take your car in multiple. You could even have the same car and have it feel completely, totally different. That was our vision, and that's what we'll be delivering.
So what if you're interpreting this as in, can I upgrade a tier 2 to tier 3? As if you're looking at it in that aspect of the question.
Yes, eventually. So there will be a lot of crossover. Will a top tier 2 be able to compete against a top tier 3? Tier 3 is always going to be that much better.
But what about a top tier 2 versus a lower tier 3? Like say you get a highly customized top tier 2 and then an uncustomized top 3.
For sure, there's going to be that crossover. For sure. We always blend the the very bottom and the very top.
Cool. All right. So last question is from our good friend Preston, and he asks, is licensed music going to be added in patches? So are we going to be putting licensed music into the game? I'm not sure whether we answered this question before. It seems familiar, but we'll answer it anyway. So
it's one of those lower priority. So as of right now, no, it's not planned immediate. Just because we've been monitoring a lot of the feedback. A lot of you guys are just using
like Winamp and iTunes, just
playing it in the background. So there is, because it is a PC game. We have the luxury of you guys have the luxury of doing that. Will there be licensed music in the future? Of course, we're working on it. So
it's just not the priority right now. There's lots of stuff that
right now gameplay modes for you guys, cars. That's what we're hammering for the next months to come.
Cool. And so those are the questions that we've gotten this week. We didn't get a lot of questions from you guys last week, and we would ask that if you guys want to keep doing this blog, that you want us to keep answering the questions, you need to submit them to us. You can either email me at drew@needforspeed.com, you can post them on the forum, you can private message me on the forum, you can post them in the blog comments. Just keep those questions coming. As long as you guys keep asking questions, we're going to keep answering. If we don't have any questions to ask, we can't film this. So keep them coming, guys. So
thanks, guys.
Cheers.